Our YZ500 here started out life as one of these, a simple YZ250. Creating the YZilla was without doubt one of the coolest projects we've ever done on the channel, but was it worth the effort? Is this faster than the 250? Today we're going to get a two-stroke hero to go out and set some lap times on both bikes, so let's find out which is fastest. So we transformed our YZ250 into this 500cc beast using the BRC YZM500 conversion kit, and she really is a bit of a monster. So it does take a special rider to tame her properly. That's why I've got my friend Rob Holyoake on board today. He's a true two-stroke expert, and he's the perfect man to compare these two machines. First up, he'll be hitting the track on his own bike, this YZ or YZ if you're watching from America, 250 two-stroke. This is his own bike, like I said, he's super comfortable on it, and he's straight in to a hot lap. I'm gonna be quiet so we can listen and enjoy the two-stroke goodness. So as you can see, the conditions today at Buttercup Farm are nice and loamy, which means that Rob can really get these two strokes singing. And he's looking pretty damn fast on this YZ250 here. We're just about halfway through the lap then. And so far so good for Rob. So this second half of the track, there's some big long straights where the 500, the YZilla, might be able to make up some time on the nimble little 250. Rob Holyoake here, like I say, is a two-stroke expert, a real two-smoking hero. He's raced two strokes at the highest level in Europe in the EMX 300 Championship back in the day. So he knows how to ride these things, that's for sure. Over the final jump then, and across the line he goes. So that's a fast lap in the books on board the YZ250. Next up will be the YZilla YZ500. As you can see there, the guy's getting her fueled up and ready to rock. And of course, we use Pewterline MX9 two-stroke oil in our bikes. As always, a big thanks goes to Pewterline for lubricating the YZilla and keeping her running sweet. Check them out next time you need to restock on essentials. We are proud to be partnered with Seat Concepts, who are now supporting the channel and supporting these videos. If you don't know Seat Concepts, they're a US-based company who make these handmade seats. You can get them in different sizes, colours and styles. I've got the Race 2.0 on my YZ125 here. The Race 2.0 has been designed in conjunction with racers for the ultimate in style and functionality. You can see we've got these extra grip ribs on the back here, and it's instantly given my tired old 125 here a bit of a facelift, so I've got to thank Seat Concepts for that. And don't worry, they ship worldwide, so you can get one for your bike, whether it's a motocross bike, an enduro bike or an adventure bike. They've got you covered. I'll leave a link and some more information in the description down below. But as always, a massive thank you goes to Seat Concepts. And we're back on board with Rob the Rocket then. It's YZilla time. I'm going to show you 2 laps here of Rob riding the YZM 500. These are literally Rob's first ever laps on the bike. You'll see him getting warmed up here on the first lap, and then he'll drop the hammer on the second. But it's safe to say he was looking pretty comfortable pretty quickly. Like I said earlier, it's this part of the track where the YZilla really might excel. The big long straights means that the big girl can stretch her legs properly. Yep, so I think it's safe to say that Rob is properly warmed up on the bike. Let's drop the hammer, the clock is on. This is the fast lap. This thing around the track. I think it's safe to say he's having some fun out there on board the YZilla today. So Rob throws it sideways a little over the final jump. Down the home straight he goes and across the line. That's a lap in the books on board the YZilla YZ500. How does it compare to his 252 stroke? Let's ask him.
First reaction, Rob?
That's the bike Yamaha should be building from standard. It handles like one of them, but then's got the horsepower closer to a 450. but doesn't feel like you're going to die like you're riding a 450. I love it. So much fun.
So we'll be revealing the lap times in just a moment, but first let's sit down with Rob and compare the two machines. So we've seen Rob in action, and before we reveal the lap times, let's just get his review of the bike here. Rob, this is obviously your own YZ250. You look super comfortable out there and super fast on it. You've never ridden the YZilla before today.
No.
You went out there, we was going to give you some warm-up laps, but you didn't need them. You looked pretty comfortable on that straight away. Give us your first impressions of the YZ500 and then compare it to the 250.
I was expecting to need a bit more time, but I did 3 laps and I felt at home straight away. It feels like a 250 handling wise. Sometimes you get some weird handling traits when you start putting different displacements and different engine sizes in frames, but straight away it turns on a dime like a 250 does, but with a load of extra power and a real nice usable amount of torque. And things not trying to rip your arms out. It's just a pleasure to ride it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
So good on it, and you've just thrown it around the track. The track was almost perfect conditions for that today.
Yeah.
Loamy, so you could really use that power, right?
Yeah, it's all bermed up perfectly. So maybe on a hard pack track it'd be a bit more difficult to manage, but with how it was, you could really let her eat. And I love the noise as well. They've got such a bark to them.
You rode them pretty much back to back, maybe like a 10-minute difference as we was swapping GoPros, refueling and whatnot. What is your prediction? What did you feel better on?
My prediction is the 250 feels faster, but the 500 would be so much quicker A to B, and I actually felt more relaxed on the 500 too, so we used less energy. And I think in a longer race it would actually be easier to manage in the 250, believe it or not.
So on your bike, does that have like uprated suspension, pipe? What are we looking at on yours?
It's got suspension that's sprung roughly for me. It's got a Doma pipe and Pro Circuit silencer, only because I bent the standard one and I just needed to get something to replace it. But apart from that, a set of handlebars, it's just stock 250 two-stroke.
And how was the setup on the YZilla for you, suspension-wise?
Standard YZ suspension's always good anyway. It's a tad soft, but I think it suits having the softer stuff with the extra power, because you get a bit more traction to the floor too.
And the one thing you said to me when you jumped straight off was you couldn't believe how little vibration there were.
It vibrates less than my 250, yeah. I couldn't believe it. And because that's one of the biggest things when you ride a 500 is you get to a certain rev range and your eyes go funny and that's about it. But with that, it just felt like a 250 on steroids, really. Which
I think the plan, BRC's plan all along. So shall we get down to the moment of truth? Shall we find out some results? Yeah. I don't know these yet. Dad, Phil, has written these down. They was recorded on the crossbox, so we know they are dead accurate lap times. So Rob, on the YZ 250, your own machine, a 155.44. And then the YZilla, the big dog, the YZ500, a 153.35. 2 seconds.
That's saying something, because riding a 500 two-stroke and actually being able to go quicker than a 250 is a big thing as well, because you see at Foxhill quite often the 250s are quicker. Yeah. So that's impressive.
And so you'd have literally 2 laps under your belt.
Yeah.
And then the clock went on.
Straight off the bat. Yeah, yeah.
That's made me very happy.
It's made my pockets very dry, I think.
Rob, thank you very much. Thanks to Phil behind the camera, Dan on the drone, Sean, who is here today helping us along as well. My name's Max, you've been watching 999 Laser. Until next time, we'll see you at the track.